Hello everyone, my name is Keysha Deanova. I'm from School of Business and Management, Institute Technology of Bandung, and today I'm going to present my bachelor dissertation about how K-pop idols influence as a luxury brand ambassador on consumer buying decisions. So here are the topic that I'm going to discuss in the later one, and now we're going to discuss about the introduction. So, the background of this research is due to the fact that luxury brand life cycles are becoming much shorter due to the new social media trends. In fact, approximately 85% of consumers of luxury products utilize social media, with each user utilizing an average of three platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So, these luxury brands with a long history of tradition now face the challenging task of creating innovative and forward thinking strategies to remain relevant in this volatile industry. Surprisingly, for the past 5 years, the luxury industry have been quite offensively using K-pop idols for every fashion week and eventually making them as their brand ambassadors. Remarkably, in 2023, 30 K-pop idols and groups being appointed and announced as the new faces and new ambassadors of luxury brands. This has come down into a problem. Problem one, with these trends, lots of luxury brands start to make K-pop idols as their brand ambassadors sequentially, which question their effectivity and impact on this marketing strategy. Thus, using this marketing strategy comes with its own risk, depends on various factors, such as the idol's public image, fan base, and how well their image aligns with the luxury brand, because it may or may not give a positive impact towards the company. In the future, the long term sustainability of this strategy may turn out to be uncertain and being questioned, as the trends in the entertainment industry can change rapidly, impacting the appeal of K pop idols as brand ambassadors. Here are the research question and objective that I've came up. First of all, I'm questioning about how the K-pop idols influence the luxury brand image and what makes K-pop idols as luxury ambassador marketing strategy effective to attract new potential customers. So this objective of my study is to intend to provide light on the efficacy of deploying K-pop idols as an ambassador of luxury brand as well as their influence on the customer behavior and sentiments toward the product. For chapter 2, the literature review of what I've been researching are these three particular main research findings. From Helen and Knight and here Marinda, we can say that given the possibility of reciprocal meaning transfers, it follows that celebrity endorsement ought to be viewed as brand alliances, in which meanings that values may be passed from one partner to other. And it is important to take different factors into account when choosing endorsement partner from the viewpoints of the brand and the celebrity. It is also reinforced by Silvera and Osted that mentioning the success of a celebrity endorser depends on a variety of factors. Thus, the physiological connection that develops between a celebrity and customer is a key factor in deciding how effective a celebrity endorsement is. The effective marketing communication are also seen to be essential for developing the image of a luxury company. A and more elaborate about the relevant advertising may help construct the brand identity, which in turn helps develop attractiveness and identification in raising awareness. For this research, the research design and methodology that I use for data collection method is qualitative research approach to find an in-depth knowledge and an in-depth knowing of the interviewee um, experiences. And the interview is conducted by semi-structured interview with 20 until 40 minutes duration, depends on the interviewee knowledge. For data analysis, primary data that I'm using were gathered by interviewing six respondents and analyzed by six steps of process of thematic analysis and validating by using methodological triangulation to diminishes any biases. The secondary data that will be collected from articles, scholar journals, and academic research. Here are the research frameworks of six steps of thematic analysis, which comes down to the first step, which is the familiarization of the data. And then from that, we generate the initial codes and creating themes. After that, creating the themes, we review the themes to make sure that the repetitive things that came up from the interviewee are not biased. And after that, defining and naming the themes. Lastly, write my own thematic analysis. Here are the sampling respondent profile. As you can see, the interviewee are came down from a lot of different background of occupation, ranging from 20 until 30 years old, and they are either exposed to K-pop or have a limited knowledge to K-pop. As for all the interviewee are already being filtered by they are a luxury brand consumers that repeatedly buying luxury products for more than 3 times. Finally, here are my findings and discussion that I've came up with a thematic mind map. From all of this mind map, you can see that the bigger the ellipse, the more people are talking or mentioning or repeatedly saying from the interview. And the first one are the phenomenon that shapes the K-pop idols as a luxury endorser, with a sub-theme of consumer knowledge about the K-pop, using luxury brand as an identity, consumer understanding towards the luxury brand, and lastly, K-pop idols influence as an artist. The top two of the topic that a lot of people mention is the factors of challenges in utilizing K-pop idols as a luxury brand ambassador. People tend to say the drawbacks by utilizing the K-pop idols as a luxury brand ambassador, the consumer perceptions of luxury brand by using K-pop idols for the celebrity endorsement marketing strategy. Lastly, perceptions toward the K-pop idols after being hired as a luxury brand ambassadors. Here are the overall theme. There are five themes, and the first one are the phenomenon that shapes the K-pop idols as a luxury endorser that holds value to create an image and identity towards the owner, whether it is a social status, symbol, exclusivity, or uniqueness. And because of that, a lot of this interviewee mentioning or experiencing is that concerning the growing popularity of K-pop, it also created a demand and a consideration for the luxury brands that creates their own opportunities in utilizing this trend as a way to promote their brand. Next is the relationship between K-pop's idol and luxury brand, and it generates the answer of brand awareness itself is one of the benefits that luxury brand can gain through K-pop idols, as it gives a wider target audience, which is aligned from the previous literature review about brand awareness. The theme three is understanding the concept of K-pop idols endorser for luxury brand image. Somehow, the brand ambassador is also reflecting the image of the luxury brand itself. From the interview, the way people perceive it, it can also influence their interpretation of the brand. But for some people, they might think this has something to do with the trustworthiness and credibility affect how people perceive the promotion. For example, from interview 4, it mentioned that it could lead to non-authentic because the K-pop idols might just use it for money and like the promotion, but like at the same time, I don't know. Otherwise, because I trust for the one that I'm interested in buying, and I trust the K-pop idols, but yeah, I'm not sure. So there are slightly doubting experience from the customer or the interviewee itself. And it comes down to the challenges in utilizing K-pop idols as luxury brand ambassador. So after the observation from the interview, it has been discovered that consumer perceptions play an important role. For example, interviewees do say that sometimes there are some K-pop idols which I think are forcing it and it doesn't really match. Or I personally don't like the K-pop idols, so I may not be really drawn to the brand. But for some people, the things that they concern is when you become a public figure, you have to be stable and keep doing a good things because one day if you make a failure, like it will bring down all the value. So I'm really concerned about the K-pop idols making like a failure. Like for example, one day the people don't spot them wearing the luxury brands, but they have become the brand ambassador. But they have become the brand ambassador. People will start to depicting them differently and it start to decrease the brand value itself. Lastly, for the theme 5, the components in generating effectiveness in leveraging K-pop idols as luxury brand ambassadors. For this experience, for the consumer that being influenced by K-pop idols are one of the reasons because of what the K-pop idols usually use in their daily life. And this statement can be concluded that the utilization of K-pop idols as a luxury brand ambassadors in a way for advertising the product does impacting someone to a certain level, but as for the purchasing decision, as a K-pop fans will be highly influenced to have a buying decision in purchasing their favorite idols endorsed brand rather than a luxury consumer usual. Now we have come down to the last chapter, which is conclusion and recommendation. And the study leads to the conclusion that depending on personal experience and viewpoints, the first is that the impact of K-pop idols on the image of luxury brands can have both good and negative results. It implies that although K-pop celebrities do have an impact on customer purchasing decisions, this influence is greater among K-pop fans than among typical luxury shoppers. Hence, it generates a cumulative response in an increased brand awareness of the luxury brands across untapped consumer demographic that are aligned with the previous literature review of the main research findings. Here are the recommendations that I will give for the future research, which it can discuss in more depth on how brand awareness caused by K-pop idols can impact luxury brand, and it can be expected or highly recommended for luxury brands to have preventive actions to handle unwanted situation gaining from making any contract with celebrities, that they should do some research or background check before that to maintain the brand image. And I think that's all for for my presentation. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you.